so far this run's a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
I think the problem was probably running the FX pipeline thing or whatever it's called.
Oh, yeah.
I also enabled the low end thing, which like is supposed to like turn off certain graphic settings to make it run smoother, especially for like low end PCs.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, I'm gonna do one more thing before. Clear history, yes. Clear times. I want a fresh run. Okay, now we can get this thing started.
Here we go!
One of these days, I really need to play through the Unleashed recomp.
Mm-hmm.
Ouch! I keep, like, boosting right into those spikes. Not a word, you.
That was tight. Here we go.
Yo, Murby with the raid. I don't know why that alerted sound is playing twice. Or doubling, I don't know. Thank you so much for the raid, Murby. Hope your stream went well. Welcome everybody to Akio Plays Sonic Generations. Mix up random categories. I just finished a trans percent all modern stages bosses run earlier. Now I'm doing Unleashed project.
Yeah.
Got 2 more medals in Pokemon TCG. Nice. I'm assuming you're playing the Game Boy. Was it Game Boy or Game Boy Color? Can't remember. The Game Boy Color one. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, I know there was two trading card games for Game Boy Color. One of them only came out in Japan.
Yeah.
Psychic Leader decked himself. Nice. But yeah, like once I get a run of this finished, I am going to be doing Blaze Percent. Which I got Blaze Percent into Preventathlon 6. So I'm real excited about that. Blaze Percent is basically a run where I use the Blaze the Cat mod, which Blaze plays significantly different than Sonic because of physics. So like the speedrun with her is really interesting. But I also did a trans percent run, which is basically I'm using this mod that I'm playing with right now. And this is Trans Femme Sonic. And what's cool about Trans Femme Sonic is that she has original voice lines. The mod creator got someone to record lines for Sonic. And another cool thing is that when she does a homing attack, you probably notice she has the bi-colored or the bi-flag colors. She has different kinds of, at least a few different kinds of pride flag colors to choose from. That's wild. Oops. I still find it funny that for a while, they were banned from having a trading card of Kadabra because, like, I think it was like, as the story goes, its Japanese name was like similar to an actual magician's name, and that magician was like wanting his name to be copyrighted or something to where like nobody else should use it. I don't know. It was a really weird situation. But eventually he was like, you know what, it's cool. You can make Kadabra cards now. But because Kadabra was banned for a while, they had, like, made it so that Abra, like, you could just evolve straight to Alakazam from Abra. Oh right, yeah, the bending spoons thing. Yeah, Uri Geller's thing was that he would bend spoons, and he thought Kadabra was making fun of him or something, I don't know. Yeah, it was in 2020 that he finally apologized, so like they were able to make Kadabra cards again.
Can't win them all. Here we go.
I just realized Sonic also has a armband that is in trans colors.
Yes.
Oops. Murphy says she led her wrong about Game Boy Color Rayman.
GBC Rayman was actually pretty fun. That's a take.
I mean, everyone's entitled to their opinions, honestly.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know. Yeah, I know.
She also played Simba's Mighty Adventure, the Game Boy Color one.
Look, after you've played Gex 2 GBC and the Muppets GBC, you get a bit lenient. I've never played either of those, so I'll just smile and nod.
Yeah, same. Gex makes 100% sense, though.
I hear like decent things about the console games, but like I can't imagine
Gex
them on
Gex
Game Boy Color
2
would be good.
for the console version of Gex 2 is rough.
Looking past like any like the stuff that didn't age very well, like the the racist shit and
Yeah.
whatnot, like I hear they're like not terrible, like they're not Bubsy levels of bad from what I hear.
No,
but,
not even close.
they're nowhere near as good as like I don't know,
Like,
Crash or Spiral.
You
or
look
whatever.
at Bubsy 3D and you're like, yeah, Gex is pretty tame in comparison.
At least Rayman GBC moves how you want him to when you want him to. Yeah, I mean, Rayman doesn't feel awful to control in Rayman GBC, but there are honestly just so many other things about both of the GBC games that I'm just like, yeah, maybe just no. I'll just play Rayman 1 and Origins and Legends. Thank you very much.
Yeah. It's cool that you really like the Saturn version of Rayman 1.
Oh, I fucking love the Saturn version. It's a lot of fun, especially with some of the goofy, whenever you complete a level and there's just a random silly kind of transition into, I guess, exiting that level and going into the next one. It's not the hottest of garbage in terms of how Rayman controls, but there are some other things about those games that just like the fucking music. Oh my god, the music is very
If it makes
headache-inducing.
you feel any better, Simba's Mighty Adventure on GBC has the same music throughout all the levels. Non-stop.
Is it at the very least? Is it like actually good music to listen to?
It's good
Does it sound like-
music, but it's also the type of music that gets to you after hearing it for 5 minutes straight.
You will hear like literally any track in either Rayman GBC game. Like after literally half a second of listening to any track, you will prefer having a fucking screwdriver drilled into your head.
Oh yeah,
They're terrible music.
I believe it.
Terrible music for both.
Yeah, the Simba's Mighty Adventure music, GBC music is good for like the first 2 minutes, and then you're like, I would prefer to
Please
hear
play
some other
something
music,
else.
thank you very much. It's like the one thing that stopped me from learning to speedrun the Game Boy Color version.
Still better than Muppets GBC, where every song has potential it never meets. There are a couple songs in that sound like they might go somewhere, but they never do. To be fair, like, I want to say that that's because of, like, system limitations, and you can't
Yes.
have songs be too long.
Mm-hmm.
What's funny is that, like, with Sega Genesis games, you don't really have to worry about that as much, I don't think, because Sonic 3D Blast, Green Grove Act 2 literally lasts for, like, 4 fucking minutes before it loops.
Yeah,
I'm not even kidding.
there are, like, I was actually going to mention earlier, the Pokemon trading card game for Game Boy Color has some really good tracks. The trainer battle music is a huge banger. Like, that's the one track that Soyo and I like to reference a lot.
I've heard bangers on GBC that are longer than the Muppets GBC songs. I don't know how long the Muppets GBC songs are, so I have like no reference point.
Yeah, I've never played Muppets GBC either, so I'm kind of clueless
Although-
on that.
Come to think of it, I would have to imagine that the Pokemon games on GBC would have pretty massive soundtracks because those are RPGs and they have to have like,
Mhm.
a lot of pieces of music.
Oh yeah, Pokemon on even like Pokemon on Game Boy, not Game Boy Color, Game Boy had a
Mhm.
pretty solid soundtrack. Like most Pokemon games, honestly, have had a really good soundtrack. Like, I can't really think of a Pokemon game that didn't have a solid soundtrack.
I've heard quite a bit of Pokemon music, especially from like Gen 1 and 2 and stuff. And there's some
Mhm.
pretty decent stuff in there.
I still remember how everybody spread a bunch of creepypasta about the Lavender
Let's not
Town
talk
song.
about that. Yeah, let's not talk about that. Thank you. After everything you told me, I don't want to revisit that
Yeah,
conversation. Thank you very much.
I won't say anything more than that.
It's not system issues. It's just the composer never got to finishing the songs. That might be a time constraint thing then.
Yeah, which that could happen.
Or maybe the composer thought that
Oops.
the Game Boy Color couldn't handle long songs or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's highly possible that they were unfinished for some reason or other.
I have no proof they were unfinished. That's just how they sound. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Whereas Rayman on GBC sounds like the music was made by an amateur who has no idea like how to actually utilize the Game Boy Color, the Game Boy / Game Boy Color sound chip, because they
Yeah.
both share the same sound chip. Don't know how to fully utilize the Game Boy Color sound chip to like actually make something that sounds decent.
Yeah, for sure.
Can't agree after hearing the Gex2 GBC soundtrack.
To be fair, even the console Gex games didn't really have memorable soundtracks, in my opinion.
I don't even know like
The thing,
Hardly
they're
any Gex games.
so like forgettable that I can't even think of one track from Gex Enter the Gecko.
the only track that I somewhat remember is the one from Gex 2, I think, where it's like you're like in a city and it plays it plays a legally distinct version of Bad Boys. What you gonna do when they come for you?
That's pretty bad if like people in chat were saying that it was hurting their ears. Oops, did not mean to do that.
Gex 2 GBC, I legit had a few people in chat saying the soundtrack was hurting them. That's how I feel about the Rayman soundtracks on GBC because
Yeah.
like, Jesus fuck.
There was one situation where I was playing a game and like the music legit was like hurting my ears a lot. I can't remember what game it was though.
Can you at least remember like the system or anything, or like what type of game it was, like a platform?
It might have been like a Game Boy game, maybe like NES game.
Mm-hmm.
Which, boy howdy, I can tell a tale of the time I was trying different versions of Lion King and how bad the Game Boy Color. Was it the Game Boy Color? No, it was the. I think it was the NES one because, for whatever reason, like whoever developed it decided, let's make the stages as zoomed out as possible and have like these teeny tiny sprites that hurts your eyes just to try and figure out what's going on. I don't know, it was weird. I still have that ROM.
Here we
They go so hard with this music, I love it.
Speaking of Lion King, that was another thing about the GBC version. They introduced enemies that take 2 and 3 hits to take out, but they can hurt you while in iframes before you recover from hitting them. So it became easier to just damage boost through them. Huh.
Oh wow. That's wild.
No, that's Lion King. The Wild is a different Disney movie.
Oh, don't even talk to me about The Wild. That movie was so bad. I saw it once and I'm like... And I was literally like, what the actual fuck is this?
The Wild was basically Disney's answer to Madagascar, and
No,
well,
it was Disney trying to do a really bad retelling of The Lion King. I mean, it could be based off of Madagascar as well. I don't know. Like, I wasn't
it came
really
out around the same time.
I wasn't really as familiar with Madagascar at the time, so I didn't really make that connection.
Yeah. Well, we've seen both. Like you at this point have seen both, all 4 Madagascar movies and The Wild, and I think you can definitely.
Yeah, I can.
Like,
I honestly, thinking about it, yeah, I can see where you can get that comparison.
mm-hmm. It's also just that like they came out around the same time,
Yes.
and also like they start out like in a zoo in Central Park in New York.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Boop beep. Ow.
Also, while you can jump.
Did you see how far back that car pushed me?
Also, while you can jump on enemies to hurt them and the first boss, no other bosses let you do that. There's no indication of this till you hurt yourself trying it.
Honestly, it's been so long since I played the Game Boy Color game, I don't remember all that.
I think the only Lion King game I've ever played is Simba's Mighty Adventure, because I know for a fact I tried that out. Because I used to have a friend
and I think you should play it again because it's legitimately a good game.
I used to be friends with someone who really liked that game. My best friend from high school, back when we were still friends and stuff, he once brought over the game and I tried it out. I didn't try it out until after I had seen Cat Icarus's old video on it, where he did not like the game at all.
Well, he has bad taste then.
I mean, he also says Crash 3 is better than Crash 2, so yeah, you're right.
There you go. Confirmed bad taste.
So it looks like the hippos lived up to their violent reputations. I guess I have bad taste too.
Just need it.
Honestly, we all have bad tastes. So,
Listen, I legitimately have fun watching the live action Mario movie, so I mean.
Here we
yeah, I remember
But at
watching.
least.
I watched that pretty recently, like at least like a couple of years ago,
Mhm.
because Shentok was like randomly hosting it one night, and I was like, you know what, I'll join in.
Yeah.
I thought it was okay. Like I enjoyed it.
As listen, as an adaptation of Mario, like it's not very accurate to the source material at all, but like for a for a live action adaptation of a cartoonic property, I think it makes more sense to go in the direction that they went with than to
Mm-hmm.
actually be true to the source because you know, imagine a live action Mushroom Kingdom where it's supposed to be actually based on the games.
Yes.
When one of the trailers for the Illumination Mario movie came out, somebody redrew like there was somewhat of a trend where people would redraw or like remodel or whatever the scene where Bowser gets the uh, gets the Starman,
Mm-hmm.
and someone drew it. Someone redrew it in the style of the Super Show, and like Bowser had his
Oh
design
yeah,
from
I think
that.
I remember seeing that actually.
That that one fucking redraw made me wish that Nintendo had just commissioned Deke to make a movie based on the Super Show and all their other Mario cartoons.
Yeah.
Imagine there being like a
Imagine if we got a movie based off of the Deke Sonic cartoons.
oh yeah, that would have been cool. In an alternate timeline, we got a Deke Super Show inspired movie instead of the live action one, and people probably had better views of that than the people in this timeline of the live
I
action
just want
one.
to point out, by the way, that Jungle Joyride is running a lot smoother than it was before last night.
Okay, Murby, I will agree that the final fight against Cortex and Crash 2 is like not very good. To say that like it tanks the entire experience, like damn, that's harsh. It's very anticlimactic in combat. Oh, bland. I read bad, my bad. It is very anticlimactic and kind of bland. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that makes Crash 2 like a bad game overall though. It's just the
I
final boss is terrible.
yeah, like I'm terrible enough at Crash games that I like can't. My only opinion on them is what I've watched people play of them.
The first time you played Wrath of Cortex, you actually did like really damn well, and you were really getting into it and stuff. And then you tried Crash 2 for the first time, and you couldn't fucking
I
play
could
it.
not get into Crash 2.
It's also too punishing if you mess up too many times since it's a time chase. Yeah,
I wish that this wasn't so janky to control and I can actually hit the springs like I'm supposed to.
I just
There
wish the
we
level design,
go.
just wish the level design in Unleashed were actually like good.
They're not bad, it's just like Jungle Joyride in general was just made difficult
Yeah.
and really really stupid reasons.
At least Jungle Joyride has the excuse of it's the last like
It's the last level
regular
of
daytime level.
Unleashed. Last
It's the last
daytime.
like regular. It's the last like regular daytime level of Unleashed before you get to Eggman Land.
Yes. Which Eggman Land is the hardest level in the game.
And I know that
Being a mishmash of both daytime and nighttime.
yeah, and I know that it's not an official name for it, but I do kind of like the fan name that people have given it, Crimson Carnival.
Eh.
Um,
Nighttime. No squishy. Okay.
I shall call him Squishy, and he shall be mine, and he shall be my Squishy.
Don't swish. Okay. Don't squish the Sonic, please. The Sonic is very delicate.
Please do not the hog.
Please do not the hog. Yes.
Yes, Murby, I did see that. I don't have a 3DS emulator right now. I'm hoping whenever I get a new hard drive, I will get.
One of these days, by the way, I should do a stream where yes, where I try out different Sage demos on stream.
You tested it on actual hardware. There was a test stage with Lightning McQueen in it, and talking to him crashed your 3DS. Yeah, I'll probably get Citra because it's the only emulator I've ever used, and I actually think Citra's pretty decent. I don't know of very many other 3DS emulators that are actually like good, so I'll probably just get
Citra is like literally the only one I've ever heard of. So
I know that others exist. I just don't know any of them by name. All I know is Citra.
I wouldn't mind getting Citra so I could do a Pokemon XY randomizer.
Citra's officially dead, but it's succeeded by Azahar. Alright, maybe I'll look into that then.
Also,
the demo.
I just got a 35 straight on this run.
Well, 0.3.
I don't count milliseconds.
Oh, okay.
Do not get me started on milliseconds.
We're not gonna fucking.
I know.
Saying.
I'm just saying, just milliseconds.
Yep. The demo proper is Apotos and it runs decently well. No victory jingles though. Plays well. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously an early work in progress, so I wouldn't expect everything to be like. The lack of victory jingles is like whatever. It's an early work in progress, so
Yeah.
you know. So if you want an updated one, go for that. It's also likely what will be used for the forthcoming 3DS retro achievements. Yeah, probably. I'd imagine so, but there's no E rank there for trash.